We are back with a recap of the Cavaliers winning streak, unfortunately coming to an end against the Clippers in LA last night. I believe the final score was 119 to 117. It's not all doom and gloom, obviously, but we will get the bad news out of the way first. This was kind of a throwback to last year with a fourth quarter collapse. I know that you could argue that the Clippers got the benefit of the whistle down the final stretch of the quarter, but honestly, I do feel like there's more responsibility on the Cavs and how they play down the stretch more than there is to any kind of officiating issue there was in the game. And I do agree that the Clippers did get some calls that, there was, the Clippers, like I said, got the benefit of the whistle, but I feel like the Cavs did a lot more to ruin their success in this game than the officials did. Isaac Okoro is beginning to really concern me, and I had this, when I did my Cavs starting lineup preview, I thought that, Okoro could add some value. He could even be a starter if he, plays that role of being a defensive stalwart, because Garland and Mitchell can do all the scoring. Jared Allen and Evan Mobley can obviously provide offense as well. So if Okoro can just stick there as a defensive guy who can shut people down, that would be fine. But the absolute detriment he has played in the offensive game so far, he's been a liability on that side of the ball. It just makes it not working and not worth it. This was also the second night of a back-to-back for the Cavs. Maybe you'd like to see JB Bickerstaff going a little bit deeper into the rotation, using some more bench players to get some more minutes, because the starters, you don't want those starters to run out of gas in those situations. Maybe seeing some more Raul Neto or Robin Lopez, some guys who can, they're not obviously as good as the starting five, but they can hold down the fort, especially when you have a double-digit lead with about 4 or 5 minutes left to go. Maybe you'd like to see some of those guys get some more minutes down the stretch. And also, Darius Garland did not have his finest end to a game that he's had in his career. With the Cavs now having Donovan Mitchell, it doesn't have to be just one guy trying to get all the, trying to put the game away all by themselves. I feel like that while that is somewhat on Darius Garland, obviously, for just maybe reading the court, JB Bickerstaff also could have implemented a game plan or made it known that, hey, we're going to spread the ball out. Maybe Donovan Mitchell getting some more ISO plays. But, again, it's the second half of a back-to-back. And if you're going to lose any game, it's a close game. It was hard fought the whole way. This was a game that, you're not going to win all the games. I feel like there are some games where, even if you do blow it like you did with this one, I feel like this kind of falls under that category of, not every game's going to go your way. You're not going to get every call. Not every bounce is going to go in the direction of the Cavs and their success. And this is just a learning opportunity. It's good to get these done earlier in the season than later on in the season, when you're really trying to scramble for every win you can get and really improve your playoff seeding. So if this can be taken as a learning experience and they make some adjustments because of this, and also, again, I do think it is important that it is the second half of a back-to-back. They had their game against the Lakers the previous day. I think this could be eventually an overall net positive for the Cavs. Maybe they learn how to close out games better with this group. That is something that the Cavs have been doing a lot better as of lately. And, I guess you're going to have one stinker of a fourth quarter eventually. It happens to every team at every level. It's going to happen to, all the teams at some point. I guess this was just the Cavs' moment to have it. You wish you would have, closed it out better, but that's essentially it. The Cavs play the Kings on Wednesday, and I think if that game doesn't go well, if they blow another lead, then maybe it's time to have some concerns about this team in the clutch or something like that. But if this is just a one-game incident and they go right back to playing how they were before, and they keep getting more wins than not, they might not go 8-2 every 10-game stretch. But if they can maintain every 10 games going 500 or above or something like that, maybe every once in a while having a rough stretch. But besides that, if they can just continue this level of play, even this game against the Clippers, there was plenty to be encouraged about. Donovan Mitchell he's still been great for this team. He had another fantastic performance. Darius Garland, even though he did have kind of a rough end of the fourth quarter. I feel like his contributions were still good for this team. Jared Allen and Evan Mobley doing what they can do. And I think there's enough good players on this bench like Kevin Love and Cedi Osman. And if Okoro can find some kind of footing, then he can definitely contribute to this lineup. But I don't feel like there's any need to panic. Even though you'd love to see the Cavs close that one out and come out with a win, I'm still very encouraged about their season moving forward. So thank you all for watching. If you made it this far in the video, please feel free to leave a like and a subscribe if you enjoyed it and you would like to see more like it. Let me know if you have something to say down in the comments below, and I will see you at the next one.